bugging you? Look at that. He practiced that all week, just for right now.
It's not practice. This is my neutral face.
Always. Always like that. He makes you want to read comics. Makes you want to buy comics. Yeah. All right. Well, here, I'll start so that you can stop staring at him. This week, boom. Saga.
Saga.
Saga. And you know what about Saga in this issue? Sex. Saga and sex in one issue. This is going to sell more copies than even normal that we normally do.
Yeah, Saga. You don't even need the internet.
No.
Most series, you would have to rely on someone on the internet to see stuff like this?
No.
Writing a new story? No. Brian K. Vaughan gives you what you want.
On page 1.
Page 1.
Page 1. Beautifully drawn by Fiona Staples. And after what happened last issue, and you should all be caught up, he's not.
I'm not.
He's not.
I'm gonna be honest here.
It's terrible.
I'm scum.
But you should be.
Trade-waiting scum.
Yeah, he is scum. Trade-waiting scum. Very good. Very good. But yeah. Yeah, it's Saga. Read it.
Alright, and out of DC here, now the 18th issue of Justice League. This is coming out of the conclusion, of course, of Throne of Atlantis, with all that Atlantis invading business. You know, different from when Marvel had Atlantis attack, but
right.
Still the same general idea.
There was talking to fish, you know.
Talking to fish, that's all that ever happened when Atlantis is involved.
Jesus.
What do they even do?
I don't know.
Alright. And this is, essentially, they're expanding the roster of the Justice League at this point. Throughout the run of Jeff Johns' Justice League, it's really just been the core 7, well, the core 7 minus Martian Manhunter plus Cyborg. You
right,
know how
and some
that goes.
serious core members missing.
But you've got Hawkman, the new Element Woman, a new Atom, Zatanna, Captain Marvel, a variety of new members adding to the team, which is really, I hope, going to bring some variety to the book, because, I don't know, it's just not Justice League it's not a good team book. Like, Justice League and the Avengers both should always have people going in and out of the League.
Yeah.
Or the Avengers, you know?
It's like a giant membership thing. It's not like, you know, it doesn't have to be just a small group.
It's not an exclusive club.
No, not everybody
Even though
can be in it.
exclusive club.
You know, well, kinda. I mean, they let D-Man into the Avengers.
True.
Okay, and he was so stinky they made him shower. You know, so no, it's not exclusive. Anybody can get it. From IDW this week, absolutely a pinnacle of mine and most people my age childhood. This is the Ninja Turtles. The Secret of the Foot Clan by Mateus Santaluco, who is an amazing, amazing artist, part of the brand new Nostalgia crew, and they're finally letting him draw and write the secret history of the Foot Clan and how Shredder came to be Shredder and managed to still fight with all that giant pointy armor and helmety shit, you know. It's,
yeah, he's bringing all pretty much just total insanity that he had on his Dial H run with Boy Chimney. We all love Boy Chimney, right?
How can you not? How can you not? But yeah, this goes between feudal Japan with lots of cool ninja kung fu action and present-day New York with, you know, the turtles fighting against, guess what? Ninjas! Because they're ninjas and you need more ninjas.
Everyone knows ninjas can only fight other ninjas.
Yeah, exactly! Exactly, because they just waste regular people. But yeah, you know, I mean, this is just... It's great. It captures the early kind of Eastman Laird flavor. This is the last issue of the miniseries. But yeah, really fun stuff.
And this week, Dark Horse has the first collection of Brian Wood's The Massive. And it is pretty darn massive.
Yeah, it's a lot of book.
It is. It's $20 for the first, what, 6 or so issues?
7 even?
6, maybe 7?
Yeah.
This is Brian Wood's new sort of creator-owned series where he always likes to tackle, you know, relevant themes.
Environmentally, you know, sci-fi things.
DMZ
kinda.
had a lot of, like, you know, basically just human rights stuff going on.
Political stuff, yeah.
Political things,
Yeah.
and this is him tackling environmentalism.
Yeah, because we need comics that, you know, aren't just about punching and fighting and ninjas.
As much as that's all that I ever ask from them, and yet I seem to be so disappointed so often.
You know, it's because you're lowbrow. You know, you need to expand your scope. Comics that are meaningful and
You're right.
whatnot. Yeah.
I'm just a plebeian.
Speaking of meaningful comic books, we have the new Extermination crossover from Marvel between Age of Apocalypse and the Extreme X-Men, featuring Dazzler, who for some reason gave up disco and picked up country music?
Hey, it's a natural progression.
I guess. I don't know. But yeah, David Lapham is somehow being roped into writing this, which is pretty crazy. So I'm expecting some really weird, intense action from him. This is a basically the multiverse kind of hopping thing. Age of Apocalypse was, one of the most popular story arcs or storylines ever to come out of X-Men.
True.
And yeah, people love that. And you've got Nightcrawler, who is not dead. This is Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler.
Yes, actually, this is Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler. Not the same Kurt Wagner we knew. This is actually Kurt Ravenholm, you see?
But they all get the same pirate sword, so they're all pirate Nightcrawler to me. So whatever.
Alright, and coming from DC here, whoa, Wonder Woman 18, kinda bring a conclusion to the fate of, Zola's baby here, one of Zeus's many bastard children. Many bastard children. And everyone wants this baby, because there is, of course, a prophecy involving Zeus's downfall, all that good stuff. Godly crime family drama going on. And, I love it.
It's Cliff Chiang, Tony Akins.
Yeah, they've got actually, both of their artists they've been doing.
And
same
Goran
issue.
Suduzka, who's really good.
Suduzka? Did I say that?
I think
Suduzka?
so.
Something like that.
Sudzuka? I butchered his name.
We don't know.
But he's really good. He did Outlaw Nation. It was really cool. Let's see. A classic of the independent 90s scene of comic books from creator Drew Hayes, who hails from Bellingham, who is no longer with us, but his legacy lives on. This is Poison Elves, which is the story of Lucifer, who is I guess you can they don't really come out and say dark elf, but, pretty much he's dark elf. And this is a high fantasy adventure that's very Crow-like. It's got really kind of this romantic tension, and it's very gritty. It's got stark black and white artwork. Let's see, by Montos, and the writer is Rob Horan. Derek Robertson doing a cover for this. But yeah, there hasn't been new Poison Elves comics in years and years, and it's really great to see 8 bringing back a legacy that needs to be remembered. So really good high fantasy action adventure, kind of the dark side of fantasy there.
And also out today, a original graphic novel from the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe, of course the ultra-popular Nickelodeon show. They already had a series of 3 graphic novels called The Promise, and this is The Search, Part 1, presumably of 3.
Probably.
Continuing on from The Promise, I take it this is the search for someone's mother here, maybe?
It looks like it.
Something like that?
Something.
I never really followed the storyline of Avatar past the actual series, but there has been quite a bit built on it, and it's all very, very popular. One of the more better constructed narratives in a children's show.
It's true.
Not the kind of stuff you're going to find every day.
No, definitely not. From Dark Horse this week, continuing Mind Management, Matt Kint's amazing, epic, it's only 8 issues or 9 issues, but it's already epic opus of spy psychicness. He manages to just layer in so many things that you could just read it over and over and over and constantly get new stuff. Even at the convention recently, he had super cool little mints that were like special spy mints and stuff. This guy he just goes crazy. And if you're not reading this is really something that's worth finding the issues for. Even though the hardcover is coming out, each issue has lots of special material that will not be reprinted and holds secret messages if you are, astute enough to find them. So yeah, unravel the mystery of the mind management. Pick it up.
I thought the idea was you had to be psychic to see that stuff.
Either that or you read it 5 times.
Or that.
One or the other.
Alright, and out of Marvel's Icon imprint this week, teaming with Millar World, Superior! This is the formerly printed in hardcover and in miniseries form, sort of take on Captain Marvel almost.
Almost, it totally is.
Except, instead of wandering onto a train and meeting an old wizard, this young crippled boy is confronted by a Satanist cosmonaut monkey.
Improvement.
There's not really much more you have to hear about that, other than he has a massive wrestling belt on. How badass is that? Come on!
Yeah. Lionel Yu's doing the art. Definitely very, very nice. Very over the top. Mark Miller stuff.
Yeah, it's what you're gonna get from Mark Miller.
Yo, be that as it may, whatever that is. And starting from Image Comics this week, Five Ghosts, The Haunting of Fabian Gray. This is a very, very cool new series that is a treasure hunter is basically, what did they call it? Artifact known as the Dreamstone. He touches it and then he is kind of taken with the power of 5 literary ghosts. And so there is a wizard, an archer, a detective, a samurai, and a vampire. So, screw Cowboy Ninja Viking. These people are going way over the top, you know, almost doubling it. And written by Frank Barbiere and art by, what was his name? Chris Mooneyham, who I've not seen before, but, dude, this guy's got some
really great, scratchy, like, line work style. It reminds me a lot of Dennis Cohen's Question work.
Yeah, no, it's really gritty. I mean, this is some seriously nice pulp adventure. It almost reminds me of, I don't know if anybody played that video game Thief back in the late 90s, but very cool.
My time.
Yeah, kind of, you know, I don't know, you get almost like, wow, this is what Assassin's Creed could be if it wasn't a video game. Like, if it was actually a really well-written comic. But yeah, this is going to be the new hot thing from Image until they do the second printing. But yeah, get here early. Definitely. This looks really good. It's got a great design. But yeah, #1 of 5, pulp adventure, very cool.
And from Marvel here, we got New Avengers #4. It's the 4th issue of Hickman's take on this, of course. It's tying in, well, at least it eventually will tie into his Avengers series, which is at issue 8 at this point, also out this week.
With badass Dustin Weaver art.
And he is weaving just a huge narrative here, and they really are from complete opposite sides of the story. This is the, it's been described as the, basically, Death Avengers, whereas the other Avengers is life. And
cool.
As demonstrated through the massive Galactus, the massive, beautiful Jock Galactus here, the new Avengers are basically taking on the role of Destroyer of Worlds. And that's something that just hasn't been done in Avengers ever.
No, not really. This is definitely like the Black Ops Avengers style. I mean, when you drop in Galactus by issue 4...
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know... This isn't the Fantastic Four here. You don't just, like, arbitrarily
put, first issue
Galactus. No, shit's going down. Definitely. It's like when you see Metron in any of, like, the first 5 pages of any comic, you know it's going to be confusing. Yeah. And also, this week, the newest issue of Copra by Michael Fife. The Return of Vetus? Yeah, this is King Egg or Rumble in Mother Effin' Tokyo. All rooftops, all kung fu fighting, all the time.
I don't have much more to say about it.
No. Oh my god.
It speaks for it.
It does.
Half of the comic is them just chasing a dude across rooftops kung fu fighting.
Yeah, and he's wearing an apron. Like, that's his supervillain costume. He's just got an apron on, and he's all, like, messed up, and they just beat the living crap out of him. and the main character's name is Manhead. Manhead. And the dude, like, last issue...
His name is Manhead.
There was Bonehud. It's brilliant. Copra is, like, one of the top 3 books on the rack. It really is. Your life is not complete until you read Copra, especially this issue. So this is the penultimate issue of the first arc. One more, and that'll be, you know, maybe the conclusion of things? I don't know. Probably more questions.
Hopefully. I don't know. Does he have plans to continue on after that?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're hoping for 100 issues here.
Yes, we are. At least. At the very least.
At the very
Savage
least.
Dragon can make it
right?
to, like 200?
I don't know, man.
I don't read Savage Dragon.
I don't either.
Alright. And another issue 18 from DC here. This is the final issue of Grant Morrison's Action Comics run. Finishing off the Rags Morales and Brad Walker. Look at this cover.
That's a lot going down.
This is the entirety of Superman's life being attacked at once from the 5th dimension. That's super doom.
Yeah. That's pretty badass.
It's... Grant Morrison is doing what he tends to do towards the end of his runs and making everything kind of fall apart at the seams.
Yeah, in a very psychedelic way.
And then sewing it back together very, very neatly at the end.
Well, kinda. I mean, you know, it depends. And usually he just kind of
He puts his toys back in the box.
Well, he does, and then the next writer comes and they takes them out, and then they blame Grant Morrison. He's like, hey, you broke the toys. They don't work the same anymore. You know, like, Zorn's not Magneto. It's not cool, man. You can't do that.
Oh, we don't talk about Zorn.
We don't talk about Zorn.
We don't go there.
No. All Alright, so yeah, that's about it this week, and
I think we'll have to wrap it up with our new feature, which has returned after a brief hiatus.
That's right.
Got the cover of the week here from All Crime Comics #1.
Bruce Timm just killing it with like some very
Some
Steranko vibe.
covers.
I mean, yeah, the colors, the red and the purple on that just pop so well. And the interior art actually looks really good. There's 3 different stories in here. And who did the art on this? It was Ed LaRoche and Mark Sandroni. But yeah, it's, you know, $4. It's by the guys who put out the Dames in the Atomic Age, which was a nice sci-fi, you know, pulpy kind of adventure anthology. But yeah, you know, for that cover, that's worth $4.
True.
Totally.
Very true.
So, thank you,
it's
Morgan.
also more comic than we'll get from most comics.
Totally, and there's no ads. And this one actually, it smells really good. It's a good smeller.
You're weird.
Whatever. You know, comics should smell good. That's going to be the name of our video now. Comics should smell good.
We'll do that.
Thank you. See you all next week.